Hello and welcome to your Lionsgate reading, the Lionsgate portal. How exciting for all of us. I know the spiritual community, this is a huge time for celebration. And why? Why is this a huge time for celebration? Because it means significant manifestation. So you know me, I like to go into a little bit deeper about what is behind each of these energies. And according to Lori Lothian on her channel, Lunatic Astrology, I love this channel. I will always tell you guys, this is who I watch. I'm among many astrologers, but I really love Lori Lothian. Um, anyway, so on her, I think it was her newsletter actually, she was talking about how the reason that this is such a significant time is because of the rising fixed star Sirius. In ancient Egypt, the rising of this star, so it begins July 28th till August 12th is the Lionsgate portal, and the peak of it is August 8th. Okay. And then this is an 8 year. So we have 888. All right. This is significant. All right. We'll go into a little more about that in a moment. But in ancient Egypt, as the fixed star Sirius would rise, the um n- the flooding in the Nile would rise over the water of the Nile would rise over the riverbanks, giving them extremely fertile soil, which would make for an abundant harvest. So although that's not what necessarily represents physically in our world now, in each of our lives where we're living, but what it does is it gives us an opportunity to open ourselves up to be able to have an influx of manifestation come into our life. Now, why? Why? What if it's not well, I mean, the fixed star, certainly. But if we're not seeing the physicality of it in the same way that they did then, what does that mean for each of us? And because this is happening in Leo season, and Leo is such a heart center, warm, right? Sunshine, warm. The sun is manifestation. It represents manifestation. And your heart being open and childlike curiosity and fun are what brings manifestations in. Now, we just had, in fact, the day that I'm recording this, which is August 4th, we are having the new moon in Leo. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but new moons represent where we have had an emotional blind spot. So when you're doing your new moon rituals, new moon manifestation rituals, whatever that looks like for you, keeping in mind that as you're feeling into each new moon every month, the energies of it, you're going to be maybe inspired on what you need to look deeper at or where you have been blinded in your own life to now allow a manifestation to come through. And each new moon cycle lasts 6 months and then culminates by the end. The corresponding full moon. Okay, so in 6 months in Aquarius season, we're going to see this cycle of what you initiated in this Lionsgate new moon supported portal. We're going to see it culminate within the next 6 months, but you're going to be doing all kinds of activities to be able to bring these manifestations forward, keeping in mind that it is heart centered. Okay. So let's think about this for just one moment when we're considering manifestation. Okay. What creates life itself is consciousness. We know that as our collective consciousness rises, we're beginning to understand the true nature of reality. And it is consciousness that manifests, and it manifests through us, where you're vibrating, where you're emotionally your emotional average is what you are going to be emanating in your life. Your life is showing you back what it is that you are, what vibrational state you are at. So if your heart is closed off, how much consciousness can actually move through and emanate through you? And it is through love that you begin to see because love is what? Positive. You begin to see the transformations happen in your life. So you have to do these heart-centered open meditations and have your heart open in order to really be able to be inspired to the action to take in order to be able to watch your life change, and have that heart-centered intention setting when you're doing your new moon rituals and your Lionsgate rituals. Okay, remember, it is all about the consciousness being able to move through you. So you want to have your heart open. You want to make sure this is playful and it is in tune with your desires, your true desires. This cannot, what your inspirations cannot be is something that was an external idea, what somebody else wants you to create in your life. And it cannot be because what you are expected or what you feel like is appropriate according to somebody else's idea of what your life should look like. This literally has to be something that sparks happiness, sparks joy inside of you and brings you to an authentic state of happiness. Okay. So that is the key to being able to take a hold of these fertile, it's literally like spiritual revelation that the Fixed Star series represents freedom, spiritual freedom, alchemy, changing thoughts into things. Okay. And it represents fame. Okay. So how you're going to show up in the world. That doesn't mean you have to go famous and go viral. You can if that's what you want to do, and whatever that looks like for you. But really, we're talking about how you show up, how you shine in your physical life. So it's very supportive energy for bringing forward what you truly desire. It has to be an authentic, personally driven desire. Okay. And with that heart open. So, um, just like the format that I had done last time, I am doing this video at the beginning of each one of your readings. Okay. And so we'll be diving into those readings here in just a moment. I want to say, just give a shout out to every one of you who support my channel. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I can see the growth in this channel and I'm really enjoying it. I also would love to give a shout out to my family members who support my channel, who tell me about how they are excited about each video coming out and they're using it for their own personal growth, which is what tarot, in my opinion, is for us to be able to dive into spiritual wisdom, to be able to reflect upon the messages that Spirit brings to us, and to be able to enhance and expand our lives. Also, thank you so much for those of you who have chosen to do a personal reading with me. You know who you are. I see you. I love you. Thank you so much. So again, so much love to every one of you. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I do very much appreciate it and would love for more people to be able to connect with these messages that are coming through, which expands, of course, because those who are watching influence the messages. So it expands our messages, right? The more people it goes through, and we can get even more information. And I just love this about Spirit. So again, love you all so much. Now let's go ahead and begin each one of your readings. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your Lionsgate portal reading. We're going to find out what Spirit has to say in terms of what Aquarius can expect their point of focus to be for this portal. Now, it's interesting because you share an axis with Leo, the lion, right? And really, I think that a lot of us this year have, excuse me, voice just cracked there. So I think that a lot of us over this year, especially with Libra being in the South Node, taking us out of our comfort zones, one of the things that we were all being asked to do is kind of like start taking on or taking some direction from those who we share an axis with. So warming up in some areas in order to maybe perpetuate family dynamics that are healthy, that are fun. Maybe one of the things that is coming in for Aquarius, the way that Leos go about that, because they do represent procreation and family. So, and you guys are really poised for making some deep connections, either taking your relationships to a whole new level, or being able to connect with, life partners and soulmates. So that could be a reason why. So this landscape is really, I'm sure, very significant for you on levels that I'm not even sure how to tap into at this point. But I bet the tarot does. So let's go ahead and start pulling some tarot cards here for you from the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. And all of the links for the decks that I use are in the description box if you're looking to do your own readings and are interested in any of the cards that I use. So asking Spirit what your point of focus for this Lion's Gate portal is. Then we just got 3 cards. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa. And these are all major arcana cards. I mean, you can expect your life to change, Aquarius. Okay. So we have the Emperor, which is self-mastery. Okay. This is action based in wisdom and responsibility. Being able to be that authentic, authority in your own life, which is very strong with you, Aquarius, is also being that authority in your own life, being able to align yourself to what is important to you and your own creations, and being able to trust that within yourself. Okay, we have the Fool. Now, both of these are Aries energies. So the Fool is where you are no longer, you're not bringing in the baggage. That guy's not carrying a giant suitcase with him, is he? So you're headed in this new journey from like more a healed place, a place where you're just dropping all that baggage, dropping all the garbage from the past. You're not bringing any of it with you. You're fresh, you're ready to go, you're informed, you're capable, you know what you're doing, and you're ready to take this next leap of faith. All right. We've got the Tower moment here. The Tower card. Now, the Tower card is not necessarily anything to fear. It is something to attune to because it is a sense of enlightenment. All right. So we want to be able to be informed in dramatic ways sometimes. And this clarity, this like, now that I realize it, now that I see it, I can never unsee it for myself. Okay. And it changes the trajectory of my life. We're going to go deeper and find out some more information about it. But if we're not paying attention to the cues of you do have what it takes, it's time to move forward from that place, move forward and drop all the baggage. This can lead to an exterior circumstance, an external circumstance, taking place to help you to change that trajectory. Now, this is Mars energy, typically interpreted with Mars energy, but I always see Uranus in it too because it's so sudden. Mars is ambitious. Mars is action. Mars is like move forward, right? You're going. And Uranus is like it's happening. Pow. so you can see both of those in this card, right? Now we do have Venus, who is going to be doing a little dance with Uranus at the end of the month. So I think that what you're doing is you're preparing for this trajectory change that is definitely coming by the end of the month. All right, so let's dive in for you guys here. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's see what's going on. And I picked up the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck here. Strength. Yep. That's where you have looked at where you have had fears. You are no longer being afraid of those places that you have that have been, fear has been rooted inside of you. You're willing to take a look at those head on from a peaceful place. I feel like you maybe have engaged in a strong meditation practice, but have learned how to embody peace within yourself. And you have opened up. This is 0 point energy. This is infinite possibilities, both meaning the same thing. You're now not bringing all of this past stuff with you. You're calm, you're relaxed, you're in the moment. You're able to look at what you have feared, and you're able to gain confidence from owning your fear and not buying into it anymore. Okay, coming to the other side of that, seeing how it's not true. Nothing to fear but fear itself, right? And once you can identify the feeling of fear and realize I don't actually have to continue thinking this thing that makes me feel this way, well, now you're embodying your own personal strength. You're fortifying yourself in strength. Okay. That one that one is. Okay, that one is for you. Stability. Long-term stability is where you want to plant the seed of strength. Okay, so you're wanting to use this newfound sense of security. Excuse me. This newfound sense of security, this newfound sense of confidence. And you're wanting to plant it in the fertile ground. And remember in the beginning, I had talked about how the river of the Nile would overflow with water and would flood the riverbanks, and it would give the soil the water that it needed in order to be able to plant and get an abundant harvest, or to support those plants that have been seeded, so that you can have an enormous abundant spring or a harvest season, right? Abundant harvest season. So this is what you're doing. Those seeds that you're wanting to harvest are being planted from a place of strength. And now you're moving forward into something unknown, and you're ready for it. You're ready for it. Seems to me that you've been working on this for a long time. It is a long time coming, and the momentum is adding up. Is this a skill that you have cultivated within yourself, and hobby that you have been focused on? Okay. I love the cards. I really, really, really do. Because what this is saying to me right here is, because these are both Virgo energies. Okay, let's be honest. They're Virgo. It often has a lot to do with work, and like maybe even honing in on a craft so that you can, bring that craft into the world or sell that craft, right? And this 10 of Pentacles is telling me that what you have been crafting, where you've been planting that energy, is not work. Okay. Very much could be marriage. Okay, with this justice here. She is she represents contracts, but she also represents cause and effect. So where you've been placing that energy, you can expect a balanced, fruitful result for yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see what this tower is bringing in. Whoa, whoa. You know what? Actually, this was reversed here, and I wanted to see if it worked face up, but that's not. I'm being told. No, 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 no. Okay, so this tower. Okay, so what you are going to be enlightened on, all right, when you have this moment of clarity, is something inside of your imagination, something that you had been envisioning for yourself, or something that had been being given to you was false in nature. Okay. So you're going to be able to see through something in a way that's true, or in a way that it's false, because we have the tower and we have the devil and we have the page of cups reversed. The page of cups is where we draw back. It's Neptune. It is Neptune in Pisces, which that's where Neptune is right now, is in Pisces in reverse. Neptune, guess what, is in retrograde. So it's pulling back the curtains of disillusion and illusion so that we can tangibly create our dreams into our reality. So what we're looking at here is what had not been true, to discover what in fact is true, what is practical, and what will move forward. Okay. Now, justice is all about truth. She is about being able to see through any BS, to be able to come to a point of concrete resolution, concrete certainty of truth, to be able to move forward with a contract, right? Now that I see it, now that I know the truth, now that I have everything spelled out for me in black and white, now I am living in balance and in harmony, can take away any parts of that are not true, the sword, right? Any parts of that are not true, dismiss them from my life, and now move forward in a way that I'm committed to, that is based in truth. Okay. So you're definitely, this tower is definitely enlightenment. And what is this truth based in? Your own personal self-mastery, the trust of yourself, the being able to get the answers for you. But also this could be masculine energy. This could be authority in your life. This this could be you connecting with a male figure that's a little older than you, definitely rooted in wisdom. What we have here is we have security, we have peace, we have sanctuary within this relationship. Either that's a relationship within ourselves that makes us, more of a strong authority within ourselves, or a relationship with somebody who, an authority figure. Now, that doesn't mean that they're the boss of you necessarily, but it would mean, like, okay, so let's say that if you're, in a very religious context, this would be like the male ruler of the relationship, if that's what, your religion calls for. Okay, that could be, okay. It could be your boss. It could be a male that you are in love with or pursuing a relationship with that is older. This could be a father figure that you are breaking away from the ruling of that and seeing the truth in that, so that you can become, essentially what's happening is you're reevaluating the relationship that you have with authority, an authority figure, and you're connecting from a more honest, true, peaceful place. Okay. But we also have with justice here, we literally could be talking about marrying somebody that's older than you. Okay. Or maybe it's somebody that your parent, your father has chosen for you. Maybe this is, I would say that maybe it's for the person marrying you, but that would be the Hierophant. Okay. But what we're looking at was we're looking at masculine patriarch authority in your life. Okay. And we're starting a new path that is not work related, that you are making a commitment to. Okay. So if a lot of you are women that are watching, you could be entering into a very relationship with a very strong male. Okay. But it is a secure relationship. That's for certain. It is a secure relationship. And so what the Nine of Pentacles here, and it's my favorite Pentacle card. I love it even more than the Ten of Pentacles, although I do enjoy seeing the Ten of Pentacles. But I love the Nine of Pentacles because this says that for all of what you're putting out into the world, because you're doing this in a peaceful, harmonious, trusting, loving, kind way, you are getting back more than you are putting out. And in that, you're finding security and stability. And it feels very authentic to me. Okay. So what you are partnering with, if this is a physical person, um, and maybe this is a job in law. It could be, but it says not work. Okay. It's not work. it's not, it's not work. So I would love to hear from you guys about what this actually is. But who this figure is in your life. And again, this figure literally could be you. It could be you. It could be you taking absolute complete charge of your life and being able to be at peace with that and being able to reach this milestone of security and sanctuary within your own body. And you're committed to that wholeheartedly. Or you are committing to a strong male figure. One of the two. So, oh my gosh. And at the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Nine of Pentacles. I love that. This is peace. This is love. This is Venus. This is all things beautiful, right? All things beautiful. This is sanctuary within your own self. I really enjoy seeing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull from the tarot or excuse me, the gold foil. And let's get some information about your final outcome. What is that final outcome for you, Aquarius, for the Lionsgate portal? Ooh, emotional security. This is emotional maturity. Again, male energy. And if it is a male, if it is connecting with a male, and we now have the lower octave of the Justice card, which is truth for your future. So the truth of the matter is that you are aligning with a masculine energy, either within yourself or with somebody else, that is mature and that is emotionally stable. And it looks like financially stable as well. And you're moving forward with that in a clear way into your future. And you're able to take a look because of the sense of security and because of the sense of safety and certainty, clarity, right? You're able to really have the space to be able to look at where I'm placing my energy, how that is all added up. And is this what I want? Is this what I want? Am I getting everything that I had hoped to get out of this? Is this what's going to be best for my life? Now, it could be that you end up being able to pluck every one of those from this abundant bush. It may be that you only get a little bit of what you're looking for, but you have the space. You have the space to be an internal space to be able to gauge that authentically for yourself. And that is a big deal when it comes to being able to be independent authentically, when it becomes being able to be rooted in joy authentically, being able to be the authentic version of ourselves, to be able to be the authority in our lives, our own authority in our lives, and be able to move forward in life liberated. We have to be able to be at peace. We have to be able to look at anything that we have feared, and we have to be able to give ourselves the grace to be able to come from a secure place within to evaluate where our life is headed. So this phase that you're in is giving you exactly what you need to be stable in your life, to be able to create the life that you want, rooted in authentic joy and happiness, rooted in authenticity, rooted in security. Anything else that Spirit wants to say to you in terms of that final outcome, Aquarius? There we go. There we go. Aha. The master of your abundance, the master of your physical life based in wisdom. You gain that by being able to have the openness, the space inside of yourself to be able to really reflect, and then place that energy in a wise position in your life to be able to grow heartily. This is a hearty harvest. We're talking about being able to harvest nutrition from your life, being edified by your life, by giving yourself that space to be able to evaluate authentically, to be the emperor in your own life. You see how he's yielding that Ankh, which is life force energy. Okay. So again, really be honest with yourself as you're making this connection in your life, or as you're preparing to make a connection in your life. Be really honest with yourself if this is going to yield to you the life that you desire. And place your energy in a way that's going to be resulting the rewards or the manifestations that you truly desire. Because where we place our energy is what we get back. So make sure that it is, in fact, the abundant life, the peaceful life that you want in every aspect. Every aspect. Okay? All right. That is definitely food for thought. Definitely food for thought for you for Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, you guys are really good at thinking about everything, but really being able to give your space openness in your mind, openness in your body to be able to give yourself, the agility to be able to evaluate honestly where you're going and what you want. Okay, Aquarius, I hope that's very helpful. Don't get too heady about it. Do not get too heady about it. I want you to be open and peaceful. The way to go about this is peace inside of your body. The real message here is to bring yourself to peace, because you are, in fact, being able to engage in something brand new, but know where that's going. You don't have to know every step. You don't have to know every detail. You don't have to know every logistical aspect of it. But you do have to know where you're coming from, and it does need to be your own personal authority figure in your life in order to create the life that you want. Okay, so this is really amazing. Now I have been letting everybody know that you are all invited to join my Patreon community, because I encourage each one of you to watch for your rising, your sun, your moon, your Venus. And if you're interested, cross-watching for those people who are important to you. And as you may know, my channel is set up to have videos released throughout the week, so it's supportive of the algorithm for my YouTube channel, and helping that grow. But if you're interested in not waiting, if you're like me and a little bit impatient and you want to be able to look at that whole picture by looking at every one of those aspects for yourself, you want to see that whole picture for you, you can have early access to every one of those videos that comes out each week before they release on YouTube, all 12 of them. Like I said, before they come out for everybody else. So, and at the beginning of the week, all 12 do. They release there on Patreon. So if I do not see you there in Patreon, which I very much encourage you to do so, because it is very supportive of me being able to bring more of this work forward for other people, and being able to then engage in live streams with you on Patreon,
as more and more of you are interested in doing that, and being able to give you guys even more bonus videos that you will not see or find on my YouTube channel. They'll just be for my beautiful Patreon community. So I just started that last couple of weeks. I'd love to see you over there. But again, if not, know that I love you deeply, that I am rooting for you, that Source is supporting you and adores you. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.